see all of you. And of course, welcome, as Nicole said, to breathe, move, and meditate to come into gratitude. So my teacher, I also have a teacher, and his name is Alan Finger. And he always says that each one of us was put on this earth for the specific purpose of evolution. And he acknowledges the fact that we've all been going through for the past year and a half. It's been very traumatic. And for some, it's even been really painful. But he would kind of put all of that still in the context of evolution. And he would say that not only is the planet going through the evolutionary process, but each one of us has our own little part, our own part in this evolutionary process. So according to this philosophy, we were all born with karma. And so the purpose of being here is to work through that karma. But it's like how we work through it, how we conduct ourselves, that's totally up to us. So you can move through your karma, you can move through it gracefully, and therefore you would lead a very happy and a very peaceful life. Or you can move through it and you can be kicking and screaming and blaming people, resenting other people. And then we make life really, really difficult for ourselves. So if we choose the path to move through our karma and through our life gracefully, there is no better way to work through it than by showing gratitude, in our lives. So November usually kicks off the holiday season, and we have high expectations for fun, all kinds of festivities. But this year, of course, there's still a lot of anxiety about so many things. But feeling grateful, offering gratitude can really help to just offset all of this. There's really nothing that can be more life-changing. It's like this secret key that we can unlock that shifts our awareness and changes approach to others and to the world. And the thing about gratitude is that it comes right back to you, and then it gives you more things for you to be grateful for. So just for a second, think about one thing that you're like truly grateful for. And that could be as simple as your morning cup of coffee, or it could be something large like in nature. So just kind of think of one thing. Close your eyes and maybe it'll come to you. So just doing that one thing awakens a potential within you. It kind of just awakens cells that you may not have involved in that kind of thinking before. And so when we use gratitude, we awaken the joy that's always there. And life becomes a lot more easier and it becomes a lot more fun. Because there's this huge mind-body connection when we practice gratitude. It's grateful thoughts. They don't just stay in your mind, but they're transmitted to the trillions of cells that are in the body. And they create new pathways and new brain patterns. So when we practice gratitude, our entire mind-body system automatically reorients or orients towards health and towards balance. And I'm sure you've noticed at some point in your lives that it also has the power to change relationships, because what gratitude does is it expands the heart. And that has the effect of being able to let go of old grievances and to let go of resentments. Because you can't really be grateful and then be judgmental at the same time. It doesn't work. So in our breath practice today, we're going to focus on gratitude. And by doing that, you're going to notice perhaps a change in emotions, maybe a release in stress, maybe a sense of freedom. So we're going to just start by finding a comfortable seat. So even pulling maybe the flesh away from your sit bones. So just pulling the flesh away on one side and then pulling the flesh away on the other side. And then placing your feet flat down onto the floor, parallel to each other and directly under the knees. So you're going to have equal weight on that mound that's behind the big toe, equal weight in the mound behind the little toe, and equal weight in the center of the heel. And then just soften the eyes and soften the toes by lifting them up and gently place them down. And then see if you can just close the eyes for a moment. And just beginning to notice the sounds in the room you're in. And just going from sound to sound without lingering on any one sound. Just noticing. And then begin to notice the sounds within the body. Maybe you'll notice the sounds of your heartbeat, the sound of the little whispers that your mind makes, the sound of your breath, the sound of the blood running through your veins. And then just noticing the quality of the breath. Just notice if your breath is smooth or if it's choppy. Notice the length of the inhale. Notice the length of the exhale. And then just see if you can notice which one is longer, the inhale or the exhale. And just lengthen whichever one is shorter. So that if your inhale is a count of 4, then make your exhale a count of 4 as well. See if you can inhale fully, all the way to the top corners of the chest. And as you exhale, just keep that spine long, keep it tall, but allow the body still to relax by relaxing the shoulders and by drawing the belly in and back at the end of the exhale. So with each inhale, you're breathing in fully. And with each exhale, just think of someone outside of yourself and how important they are to you. And just connect with them through gratitude. And just pausing and doing a few rounds of breath, connecting with someone who's important to you. And after your next exhale, just bringing the palms together at the heart center, pressing the palms together, bowing the chin to the chest, and just setting an intention to appreciate every breath and every exhale of gratitude. And slowly cracking the eyes open, lifting the chin, and placing the hands down. So we'll move on to our asana or movement practice. So it's really easy to get disappointed to what you see as shortcomings when you practice asana. Maybe you're not as flexible as you'd like to be, or as strong as you like to be, or maybe even an injury is inhibiting some of your movement. But just make a commitment to use this yoga practice to just observe and to be grateful for all the amazing things that your body can do, instead of focusing on the opposite. And if you feel your face getting tight because the pose is difficult, just ease yourself into a smile instead. So we're going to start off again by reaffirming our position and placing the hands down. I have a little tiny picture. I can't really see all of you or myself, but just placing the hands down right onto the lap, getting that beautiful position of the ankles right underneath the knees and the feet parallel. And then inhale here. And as you exhale, just turning the head to the right. Just holding it here for an inhale and an exhale. Just a gentle stretch for the neck. One more inhale and turn the head back to center. And inhale here. And as you exhale, just turning the head to the left. And again, taking a pause, relaxing the shoulders, not moving the torso, just a gentle movement with the neck. Full inhale and draw the head back to center. Again, inhale here. And this time, as you exhale, just placing the right ear to the right, just letting that ear fall. Again, not moving the shoulders so that you feel that nice stretch in the left-hand side of the neck. Gentle pause, just letting it fall. And then just lifting the chin on the diagonal, feeling the stretch. Again, maybe a little bit further back and behind that left shoulder, left side of the neck. Pausing here. And then slowly placing the chin down and coming back to center. Inhale here. And as you exhale, let the ear drop to the left. Just a gentle stretch. Feel that stretch on the right side of the neck, not being too aggressive, but just opening the body gradually, being grateful. And then slowly lifting the chin on the diagonal, feeling the stretch move. Be sure to breathe fully and completely. And then slowly just lowering the chin and coming back to center. Bringing the arms all the way around and up and just clasping the hands. I'm just going to clasp the hands here. And then placing the hands over the head, but off the head by a few inches. I'm just going to start to move the arms around like we're making little angel halos for ourselves as we move the arms around in one direction. Just very slowly, feeling a gentle movement. And then just allowing the body to come along with it whenever it feels like coming along. Just letting the body come along with it, just flowing. So when the body begins to flow, we find that ease, we find an opening, we find that feeling of grace. And then coming back to center and moving those angel arms around the awkward way. So you'll start off, it will feel a little bit awkward. And just starting just by moving the arms. And then once you get that movement of the arms, you can begin to add the body to it, just flowing along. You're kind of hinging at the hips as you flow along. The circles can be as wide or as narrow as feels good for you. And then slowly coming back to center and bringing the arms all the way down. And then turn the palms out and inhale, bringing the arms all the way up, gazing up, palms together. And as you exhale, just turn the palms out, press the air away, and just coming all the way down. We'll do that again. See if you can do it on the breath. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, turning the palms out and coming all the way down. One more time. Inhale, coming all the way up and taking that pause at the very tippy top. And exhale, coming all the way down. Placing the hands right down onto the thigh, seeing if you can extend your breath now to a count of 4 on the inhale. And a count of 4 on the exhale. Bringing the arms out to the side and inhaling the arms all the way up and coming into the flow. And as you exhale, just turning both palms to the right. Inhale, coming all the way up. And exhale, both palms move down to the left. Inhale, coming all the way up. And exhale, coming down to the right. Inhaling all the way up and taking a pause. And exhale, moving down to the left. Coming back to center. Relaxing the shoulders. We're going to come into our sun salutations. So moving up onto your chair so you're more at the edge of the chair. And if you haven't done these before, you can just watch with the first one and come along as you see the sequence. So bringing the arms all the way out to the side. Inhale the arms all the way up, pausing at the very tippy top. And as you exhale, we're going to hinge from the hips, coming all the way down and letting the head go. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands on the shins and lengthening the spine. Exhale and floating the head all the way down, just letting it go. Press down through the feet, turn the palms up, coming all the way up. Taking a pause at the very tippy top, gazing up, and just draw the hands down the midline of the body. Close the eyes, full breath in. And full breath out. And again, inhaling the arms down around and up and taking that pause at the very tippy top. And as you exhale again, hinging all the way forward, wide arms coming all the way down and letting the head go. Inhale, halfway lift as you lengthen the spine. Exhale and fold to your fullest, letting the head go. Press down through the feet. Reverse swan dive, bringing the arms, using your core to come all the way up, gazing up to the heavens, palms together. Draw the hands down the midline of the body, closing the eyes, full breath in and full breath out. And again. Inhaling the arms down around and up, taking that pause at the very tippy top. And as you exhale, huge circle all the way down, letting the head go. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthening the spine. Exhale, just fold to your press down through the feet, reverse swan dive, coming all the way up. Taking a pause here and draw the hands down the midline of the body. Full breath in and full breath out. We'll go into our cat-cows. I'll just adjust the screen a little bit. I'm going to just turn to the sides that you can see me more fully, but you can stay where you are. Once again, you're at the edge of your chair so that your spine can be long and your feet firmly planted. Placing your hands right onto the knees. The shoulders are directly over the hips. And on an inhale, we pull from the knees so that you can press the chest through the shoulders, lifting the chin, inhaling here and arching the back. And as you exhale, draw the belly to the back of the spine, lowering the chin to the chest and rounding. And again, inhale as you come to the front of the sit bones, you arch the back, lift the chin, shoulders back away from the ears, and exhale. Belly goes to the back of the spine, dropping the head, dropping the shoulders. 2 more like that. Inhale and arching. Feel the breath moving the heart center open. And exhale, rounding and opening the back of the heart center. So as we move forward, we're opening the front gate of the heart, just letting all of that gratitude come in. And as we exhale, we're opening the back gate of the heart, letting gratitude come in as well. Back to center. Bringing the arms just forward, right in front of you, parallel to each other. We'll do various twists just to loosen up the body, get into the digestive system. So inhaling here, and as you exhale, just twisting to the right. Arms remain parallel. Inhale, coming back to center, and exhale, twisting to the left. Inhale, coming back to center, and exhale, twisting to the right. Inhale, back to center, and twisting towards the left. Coming back to center, opening up the arms in a T, relaxing the shoulders. So the shoulders and the ears have a great deal of distance between them. And inhale, just turning the palms up for a moment, feeling that outward rotation of the shoulders. Feel how the heart seems to just open just a little bit more. And then keeping all of that open, just turning the palms down. And then inhale here. And as you exhale, just turning to the right. Back to center. And turn to the left. Little windmills. Inhale back to center. Turning to the right. Inhale back to center. Turning to the left. Turning the palms up this time. And inhale, bring the palms all the way back, the arms back, open the heart, lift the chest. And as you exhale, round, but just clasp the hands in front of you, just clasping the fingers, dropping the head. And again, inhale, opening the arms, feel that opening in the heart as you open all the way up. And exhale, rounding, clasping the arms, belly to the spine, opening the back of the heart. And again, inhale. Feeling the openness in the front of the heart as you come all the way forward. And exhale, clasping once again, dropping the chin. Coming back to center, but this time just turning the palms inside out, pressing them forward. And then slowly lifting the arms all the way up. And feel the outer arms squeezing in. Keep the body long by pressing down through the sit bones and lifting up through the lower belly. You lift in and up to lengthen the spine, squeezing the triceps in towards the midline, and then just placing the backs of the hands right onto the top of the head here. You can close the eyes as you feel that opening, letting the elbows just move back, feeling a major opening as well in the shoulders, activating through the whole torso. And then slowly just lifting the arms straight up and taking a twist to the right. So the left hand goes on the outside of the right thigh. The right hand comes behind. You're only moving from right above the waist. You can hang on to the chair. You can use the leverage of your left hand on the right knee just to move around the axis of the spine. Relax the shoulders, relax the cheeks, separate the back teeth. Take easeful breaths in and out. Easeful breaths. Maybe that counts of 4. And then just slowly coming back to center just for a moment, placing the hands down onto the lap, closing the eyes, noticing any changes in consciousness that you feel, remembering there's no right way to feel. And then again, opening the arms all the way up, expressing the heart center. And exhale, clasping the hands, but change the clasp. Move the pinky over 1 digit as you round. And again, inhale and just opening up. Finding that grace, and exhale as you come forward. The pinky is still in that awkward position, 1 digit over. One more time as we inhale, fully expressing the heart center. And exhale, drawing the belly to the back of the spine. Coming back to center. Turning the palms inside out, pressing them forward. Feeling that squeeze in the upper arms, but then bringing the shoulders back in their sockets if they've kind of moved. Keep your feet flat on the floor, your belly in and up as you inhale, and bring the arms all the way up overhead. Biceps by the ears, big stretch for the shoulders. Keep the chin level with the forehead, so not moving the face, and also keeping the shoulders plugged in, not hiking the shoulders up to meet the ears, but rather bringing them down away from the ears. And then placing the tops of the hands right onto the top of the head, elbows all the way back, and feeling that big stretch, letting the shoulder blades just slide down the back. Again, keeping the chin nice and level, the chin right in line with the hairline, belly lifted, spine nice and long. Shoulders relax. And then slowly unclasping, lifting the arms all the way up. And now taking a twist to the left. So your right hand comes onto the left thigh, the left hand comes behind. You use the hand on the thigh as leverage as we inhale to get full length. And exhale, use that length to move deeper into the twist. Squeezing. Inhale. Getting all of the length that you can. And exhale, moving into the length around the axis of the spine. One more time, just like that. Inhaling here. And exhale. Slowly coming back to center, placing the hands right onto the thighs, relaxing the shoulders, closing the eyes, just readjusting again, just noticing, just being without any right way to be, just being. And then bringing the arms into cactus arms and bringing the right arm underneath the left arm and giving yourself a nice hug here. So you're kind of separating, you might be separating the shoulder blades here, relaxing the shoulders down, and you can stay here, or you can put elbow into elbow and bring the backs of the palms together, or even the fronts of the palms, whatever works. And now taking your right leg and bringing it over the left leg and perhaps catching the calf with your ankle, not necessary. Eagle arms, this is Garudasana pose. You can be just like this. And we're going to inhale and lift and exhale and round. So important to hug yourself, to love yourself, to give gratitude to yourself as well as to others. Inhaling and opening, and you can lift the elbows up and exhale and just rounding. One more time, inhaling into this Garudasana pose, this pose that brings you focus and precision. And exhaling, belly into the spine. Undoing the legs, undoing the arms, and placing the hands down onto the thighs. Just taking a full breath in and a full breath out. And other side, left arm under right arm. Giving yourself, however the opposite way is, giving yourself a nice little hug. And as you give yourself a hug, just putting elbow into elbow, if it works, and bringing either the backs of the palms together or the fronts of the palms together. Whichever arm is on bottom, that's the leg that you cross over the top. And you can stay with that crossed leg, or you can see if you can just hook the ankle around the calf. As you hook it around, inhale and lifting. You can see how we're opening the back gate of the body. Inhaling here and exhale and just rounding. So the back gate of the heart, inhale as we come all the way up. The back gate of the heart is where we receive. And so many of us have no problem giving, but we have trouble receiving. And so we want to open that back gate to receive as well as give love and express gratitude. One more time, coming all the way up, taking a pause at that very tippy top, and exhale. Undoing the legs, undoing the arms, and bringing the hands down once again onto the lap. Taking a pause here, closing the eyes, in between, just accepting the effects of the pose. And then bringing your right arm out in front of you and circling the arm all the way around again, trying to keep your torso nice and straight. We'll circle around 5 times. Inhaling, coming all the way up. And exhale, circling the arm all the way down. Inhaling all the way up. And exhale, just activating the synovial fluid in the shoulder, making sure that we have continuous reach and continuous movement. And on this next one, we'll just leave the arm up there, but spin the palm so that spinning towards the back. Bend that elbow and place the palms right in between the shoulder blades and the small of the back. Just holding there for a moment. And then bringing the left arm out to the side, turning the palm all the way up. Bending at the elbow and just taking a hold of that right elbow with the left hand, and then relaxing the shoulder blades down the back. Breathing here. It's nice to close the eyes just to feel what you feel in your body. So when you close your eyes is when you can really begin to see. You can really feel the breath. You can follow the breath. can find that central energy channel. And then slowly releasing the top hand, releasing the bottom, placing the hands down just for a moment, quieting the mind, closing the eyes, finding the breath of 4 as you inhale in and exhale out. And then beginning to circle the left arm by inhaling, bringing the arm all the way up and bringing it all the way around as wide a range as you possibly can. Just preparing the shoulder synovial fluid for the static stretch. Each time we do this, we activate the synovial fluid that's so important that as we age, will begin to dry up unless we continue to move it and activate it. It's there. We just have to activate it. We don't want it to get sticky. And then bringing that arm all the way up and holding it there, but turn the palm back, bend at the elbow, and place the palm of the hand right in the small of the back again, lifting up that left elbow as much as you can. Press down through the sit bones, reaffirm, belly in and up, reaffirm, and bring the right arm out, palm facing up, bending at the elbow, and just hanging on to that left elbow. Close the eyes here, maybe work that left hand down the back. Notice the length between the sit bones and the armpits, just increasing that length, increasing space between the ribs, just activating the trillions of cells within the body, making connections with your breath as well. And then slowly bringing that right arm all the way up, placing it down, the left arm up, and placing it down, palms down. Taking a moment to be still, to be still. Maybe one of the most difficult poses is just to be still. And then pressing down through the left foot, raise the right knee and just clasp. You might again put a little bit towards the front of the chair and just point your foot and flex it up. Point it and flex it. Point it and flex it. And then circling the ankle around one direction. And circling it around in the other direction. And bringing your right hand on the right knee and placing your left hand on the left and just taking your hand on the knee and just circling that hip around in one direction. If you need to do it with 2 hands, of course, but just circling the hip around, the same thing that we did in the shoulder to activate the synovial fluid we're doing in the hip. You may have hip injuries, just doing the best you can, and then going around in the other direction. You can keep the foot flexed. Just nice, as wide a circle as you can. And then taking the left hand, putting it on the ankle and placing the ankle on the knee, or you may have to be crossing, but as much as you can, bring it towards the ankle. And again, being grateful for wherever you are. You're here, you're moving, and just having gratitude for wherever you are instead of where you are saying, oh, I would like to be. So inhale here, and maybe staying where you are or maybe moving forward. So I have a rod and 2 screws in this hip. So I've lost the full range of motion that I used to have, but I'm so grateful for the motion and the movement that I do have. Breathing easily and either staying in an upright position or using the exhale to hinge forward and keeping that spine nice and straight, strong, keeping your eyes soft. More breath. And slowly coming all the way up. And just put your hand to assist in putting that leg all the way down. Bringing the left knee up, placing the hands around the shins, and again, point the foot and flex, and point, and flex, and point, and flex, and point, and flex. And then the ankle going around in one direction. And then just stopping and moving in the other direction. So we want that movement in the ankle. Keeps our balance, it keeps us from tripping. We want to continually move all of the joints in the leg and foot. And then placing the left hand onto the knee, right hand can go onto the thigh, the foot can be flexed, and just circling that hip around in one direction. You may notice a difference in one hip than the other, especially if you have had any hip surgery. Just moving it around as big a circle as it will make and going in the other direction as well. Again, a smile on the face if you're having difficulty. And then slowly you can take your right hand and placing the ankle right onto the knee. And again, you may be just cross-legged, but wherever you are, this hip are more open because there is no hardware. So you'll notice differences in your hip as well. And just appreciating wherever it is that you are here and you're moving. So inhale, using the exhale to move forward. So it's so easy to get caught up in the things that we can't do as well as we used to do, instead of appreciating the things that we can still do, or some of the things that we can do even better. Just using each exhale to take you further down into the pose. Releasing. And slowly coming up, coming into our final pose before our meditation series. We come into an inversion because an inversion gets us ready for our meditation. So once again, coming to the edge of the mat, and as much as you can even put your hands or your fingers right into that hip crease and inhale and lift up as much as you can. Use your muscles of the abdomen to bring you all the way forward, but then let your head go all the way down in between the feet. Just letting the head go, just staying all the way down. Letting the head be heavy. And maybe nodding the head yes, shaking the head no. The fingers dangle down, the shoulders are heavy. opening the mouth and maybe sighing it right out the mouth. And then in your own time, press down through the feet, tuck the chin, keep the shoulders rounded as you begin to roll up one vertebra at a time. Until finally your shoulders come up, your head comes up, and you have that change in consciousness. And so before we begin our meditation, just think of 1 to 3 things or events or people that you're truly grateful for. So the natural energy of gratitude is awakened when our hearts are opened. So when we're tired or when we're upset or when we're stressed out, the heart's closed and you're really not able to feel or express gratitude. So this meditation is about opening the heart. And we're going to start with a swaying to balance the left and right sides of the brain, the flow of air between the right and left nostril, so that we can come into the central energy channel called Shashumanati. We're then going to be using a kriya called the Hum-Sa kriya that I'll lead you through. And hum is transformation, and sa is inspiration. And we're then going to use and open the heart using the mantra, which is truth. The mantra is Sat, meaning truth, and Yam, which is the Biju mantra or the sound that opens up and balances the heart chakra. So these mantras, they just help us to focus and to clean out any toxic thoughts that we have. And we're also going to use a mudra, which is a hand gesture called the Ahankara mudra, which I'll show you now. We'll be placing the thumb and index finger together as if you are holding on to a thin piece of paper. And that will go right at the center of the chest, at the heart center. That's called the Ahankara mudra. And I will lead you through that as we move along in the meditation. Okay. So we'll start by just coming into a meditation posture where the feet are underneath the knees. The sit bones are firmly planted. The pelvic floor is slightly lifted. The belly is slightly lifted. And you can turn the palms up, just thumb and index finger to touch. And as we inhale here, on the exhale, we'll just sway to the right. Inhale, come back to center. And sway to the left. Inhale, back to center. And sway to the right. Inhale, back to center. And sway to the left, keeping the eyes closed if you can. Inhale back to center. And as you sway to the right, imaging a golden sun. As you come back to center and sway to the left, imaging that golden sun turning to darkness. Coming back to center. And as you sway to the right, darkness turning to that golden sun. Coming back to center. Golden sun turning to darkness. Just a couple more like this on your own. Just feeling the body, doing whatever comes naturally. Just kind of swaying from side to side. Just balancing the right and left sides of the brain. And then slowly letting your sway become just a little bit more gentle, so you're not swaying as far to the right. You're not swaying as far to the left. And gradually, before you know it, the sway becomes less and less. And finally, you're in a static position. Just imagining right at the base of the spine, a golden light. And as you inhale, feel that golden light just traveling up the spine. As you exhale, feel that golden light going down the spine. And using the mantra hum as the golden light moves up the spine. And using the mantra sa as the golden light moves down the spine. Hum on the inhale. And sa on the exhale. And maybe the next time you breathe in, hum, and let the golden light move up. On the exhale, let that light just settle down wherever it settles, maybe in the heart center. And feel the light move up from there, hum up. And sa down right to the heart center. And then Ahankara Mudra, pressing the thumb and index finger together of the right hand and just placing that point right at the center of the chest. And imaging a golden light right there, right in the center of the chest. And each time you breathe in, you feel that golden light expanding out to the rib cage. And each time you exhale, you feel that golden light coming back to the center, right to the center of the chest. Inhale and feel that golden light, that dot of light, that point, expand out to the rib cage. And exhale, feel it come right back to that point, right back to center. And then adding the mantra, Sat, on the inhale. And Yam on the exhale, as that point of light comes back to center, leaving a glow behind. Sat on the inhale. And Yam, bringing that point of light back to center, leaving a glow behind. Sat. And Yam. Now, in that heart center, gathering anything that hasn't been sitting well with you, any old resentment, any anger, an event that's been haunting you, and just placing that right in the center of the chest. And on the inhale, just drawing that all the way up, Sat, to the top of the head. And Yam, just blowing it right out through the top of the head into the universe from whence it came. Inhale, drawing it from the center of the chest to the top of the head, Sat. And Yam, just letting go of whatever it is that's been haunting you. One more time, Sat, from heart to the top of the head. And Yam, just letting it float right out into the universe. And then releasing the Ahankara Mudra and placing the index finger right at the third eye and maybe tapping and pressing. And imagining that third eye in about a ½ inch up and about an inch in to the brain. And then placing the back of the hand down onto the thigh, thumb and index finger to touch. We'll sit in this meditation of gratitude for 3 minutes. Relaxing the jaw, separating the teeth, letting the tongue just float in the mouth. Finding space between the eyebrows. And softening the cheeks. Just sitting in a place of gratitude. And then slowly bringing the tongue to the roof of the mouth and sliding the tongue behind the upper teeth as you bring the hands together and just gently, gently run the fingertips over each other. And then separating the hands an inch and feeling the heat between the hands. Separating a little bit more and feeling the radiance behind the heat. And then separating the hands even more, feeling the magnetism, that puffy sense that you can mold and extend. And then bringing the palms over the eyes and lifting the chin, and let all of the life force, the prana, pour into and behind the eyes, into the brain, into the gray matter of the brain, puffing it up, puffing up the cells, adding clarity, insight, and inspiration. And then slowly dragging the hands down the face, around the back of the neck, palm over palm, and pausing. Bring the palms around to the front of the neck, palm over palm, and pausing, just drawing the energy back. Bring them down to the thymus, to the place of healing. Ram, 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 Ramaya, Namaha. Ram, 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 Ramaya, Namaha. Mantra for healing. Bringing the hands down to the heart center, down to the solar plexus, palm over palm, down to the belly, palm over palm. And then placing the thumbs right in the crease between the hip and the thigh, pressing down into that tendon to really begin to ground down so that we can function on this plane. And then rubbing the heels of the hands back and forth onto the thighs. Circling the knees with your hands. And then just stamping the feet to get all of that energy down to the feet. And bringing the palms together at the heart center. The thumbs lifting up the heart and lengthening the spine. And bowing the head all the way down to seal in this sacred practice. Slowly raising the head and bowing the head to the heart, to the only true teacher, to the teacher that lies within each and every one of us. Ari Om, Om Tat Sat, Namaste.